morning, everybody. Before I begin my little snippets, I just want to, first of all, thank Corrine from To Be Loved Treasures so much for her page through of the book. She went through the whole book, which was amazing. Corrine, thank you so much for everything that you do. You're very generous with your time and sharing all your info, and yeah, you're great. You're wonderful. Corrine actually also sent me a link to Kathleen Sunby, who had also done a review or a page through of my book. Kathleen, thank you so much for that. Yeah, look, it's out and it's a little bit exciting. So yeah, thanks, Corrine. Good morning, everybody. I'm trying to find my little center thing again. There was somebody on the comments section that said, could you please center your embroidery more? And I went, yeah, I'll try. You know, I can only best. Yeah, so, you know, lovely Corrine did her preview, and I think she sent me somebody else, Kathleen Sunby, who did my another preview. And, you know, when I was paging through this, the one thing that I noticed, that the people who have been working on all my books basically have been the same people from C&T who have worked on this. And, you know, all I can say is they have done such a beautiful job, especially April. Yeah, I mean, April, she's the cover and the book designer. And so April is the one who does the layout of the book. I don't know if you noticed that in my dedication, I always mention my husband Vaughan, because honestly to goodness, there is no ways that I could do this without my husband. I do the embroidery and he does all the other technical things, marks everything up. It's just phenomenal. And also I did mention my Jane, my BFF, a big thank you. She's my neighbor and my friend, and she is pivotal in giving me support and also setting up my sort of displays. I pull these out and I say, this is what I have, and then she sort of puts them together. So yeah, so you know, no man is an island, and there's no ways that I could actually have done this book if it wasn't for the people in my life around me, and also the amazing people at C&T Publishers. So in time I will do a proper sort of talk through my book and tell you how it actually works, because it is I think could be a little tad, I don't know. Anyway, so there you are. And I tried very hard to not make my book content dense, meaning there was a lot of wording. So for every little thing, there's only a brief description of what it actually is. So for example, when I talk about color, I sort of skim through it a little bit, because let me see if I can find it. When I talk about creating a color palette, I skim through it, although color, as you know, for me is like more important than absolutely everything. And I quote this artist, Helen Frankenthaler, and because that's actually how I work. She says, I don't start with a color order, but I find the color order as I go. So I don't plan my color palette at all beforehand. It's a step-by-step progress, and if you read that, you'll just see that you know, I choose a color, then that goes into a basket, then I choose another one. I also really wanted to give this a full crack, you know, my stream of consciousness daily stitching, but I thought, you know, not everybody is into that, so I kept that to a bare minimum. But you know, once again, just thank you to Jane for setting everything up, and then for the publishers who did an incredible job on the photography and everything else. And to say that I am happy with it, yes I am. You know, it's a long time coming and planning and a lot of work, and this is my favorite, by the way. I love that. Yeah, so there you go, the book is done. we have the book. All right, let's do some daily stitching today. I couldn't find the other thing that I was working on, actually. Sorry, let me just move this over. I tried to find it because I was really enjoying it, and I couldn't find it. So, unfortunately, for those of you who don't like my little stick plants on this beautiful piece of old linen, I've got really bad news for you, because this is what I have on hand. Start where you are and use what you have, as I always say. So that's actually what I'm going to use today. Yep. What can I find in this old jar? Too early for ribbon, I say. I'll just have to plow on and find some green. I often don't have a lot of green in my old jar because I tend to use it a lot. So because I'm using a wool, I'm going to change my needle back to the chenille needle. Unfortunately, you did miss the kookaburras calling. Oh, I'm going to show you something. Oh no, it might make you squeamish. I won't show it to you. Where do I start this? Let me come right in there. Oh, that's... It seems so strange. You know, you wait in anticipation for the book to come out and for Corrine to do her little read through, and you wake up the next day and you're exactly the same person as you were the day before. Nothing really changes. All the hard work is done, so now I can just enjoy myself and take it for I wonder if I should just try and see if I can position this a little bit better. It's so hard. But I'm not a professional videographer, so I do my best. Although I have a lot of this green wool, I'm okay. I'm going to move on. Let's try and see if I can find a pretty colour. Is that going to be too insipid? I keep going for these yellows, don't I? I might still carry on using that. Yes, so you know, when I was talking earlier in the book about colour, I have an absolute thing about colour, and it's more, as I said, it's more important to me than the stitch that I use or anything like that. But I never angst over it. It's just in the book I sort of talk about, you know, perhaps using a colour wheel but then again, no, I'm just going to do it and do what pleases me. But as I said, colour is, well, important in a way that I find hard to put into words. And for some people, oh, I've still got some out here. I might just put a little something further away because I've got it left. And I know for some people it's a big issue and they're really, as I said, angst over it. I'll let it be, but you know, it is important. I mean, Jennifer. So as you know, I don't normally unpick during this. Oh, it turned out to be just as long as the when I did it the first time. I think it might have to stay, even though it's going to bother me. Okay. Move on, Jennifer. Move on. I need another colour. Come on, Jennifer. Think outside the square here. You keep pulling out the same buxom things. Okay, what's this? This might be a bit better. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sound like Elvis Presley. Thank goodness the crows are out there today, but they're not in my face. In fact, I have noticed, I don't know if Jane notices the same thing, they haven't been as raucous as they normally have been. So maybe they've moved on. Oh my goodness, I love doing these stick things. I love reading, and I'm dying to find. I've just read a really lovely, not a lovely book. It was actually quite sad, but it's a good book. And now I'm looking for another book to read. Anybody got any ideas out there? I'm a library girl. I don't buy books. I go to the library, and I just choose. In Australia, you can have, I don't know, 50 million books. Well, not that many, but you literally can have so many books. So I just go and I just take out a whole stash. And if I don't like something, I simply do not finish it. I sort of start the first 2 pages. I won't tell you what my friend Jane says I am, but anyway. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, lovely Jane. Oh, there goes the pool pump. I might pop this down and go and switch it off because it annoys me slightly. Okay, I'm still not in the right position. There you go. Yep, that's so much better. I have that noise bombing along. All right, now, what I'm going to try and find in this little thing is some green. Now, if I don't have green, will that do it for me? Don't you love ribbon? Love ribbon. This is how I store my silk ribbon. I don't roll it and put it into roll it onto things, and I keep it exactly like this. So my 2 millimeters are in one little container. I just find it so much. I just find it easier and more creative than seeing things all rolled up neatly. You can see how things kind of look together. You might go, oh, that doesn't look right. But when you see it all mushed, you see colors in a different light, and you see colors against each other that maybe you would not normally have put together. That's my theory, and I am sticking to it. Now I'm not stressed about this ribbon twisting, as I said. She can do her thing. She can, you know, be her own person. I'm finding it so relaxing to do this today. I was supposed to go wake up today and go for a hike with the hiking group, and I just turned off the alarm and went back to bed. As you do, as you do. I think maybe it's just what's happened this week with the colonoscopy and my husband's surgery. I was just really tired. Yeah. So okay, now I'm going to do something at the bottom, and then that will be it for my time with you. Do I really want that color? It's so predictable. There's a groot gemors in here. Oh, hang on. What's this? That's nice and thin. There's only these tiny little pieces. Oh dear. It's going to work. It has to work. Make it work, Jennifer. Gee, sorry, taking forever to do this. What's happening? Oh, at the end of this video, I filmed the goanna sunning itself the other day because it's winter here, so he's very, very sluggish. And I managed, he was just having a nap, and I managed to get really close up to him. So you'll see him. I don't want to disturb him. And the other day, I was swimming in the sea and I swam over a turtle. Well, not over it, but he was underneath me. And, well, look, I'm just going to say that I kind of pooped myself. And then I realized what it was and I went, oh, okay. And I thought, oh, I might actually sort of stay there and watch him. And then I thought, you know, this is his place. He got here first. I'll just move on. But it was quite a nice thing to see. Can't seem to keep these little stitches small at the top here today. Maybe a little bit bigger than I would like them to be. But you know what? Is it important? No. Am I in the middle? Am I centered? Jy weet, ek is nou... Oh yeah, I'll have to end this off with another kind of knot, which I will do later, not while you're watching me, because it's so boring watching me do that. Just going to soften that other little section a little bit, and I promise you that is me done. Let's give this a go. I don't think it's going to work, but it came out, so I'm going to use it. I think it might be too strong. What do you think, peeps? Aren't straight stitches just the best thing in the whole wide world? You know, I talk about that in my book and saying, you know, for me, it's not about how many stitches that I know. Let me just find it quickly. What did I say? I don't know where, but I say that it doesn't matter how many stitches you know. It's not about how many stitches you know. It's the freedom in which you choose to use them. And that for me is very important. Is we don't need to know 50 million stitches. We just know how to use them with gay abandon and enjoy them. And so that for me is it's about that. I think, oh, I'm not going to go rambling off. I am going to just end this off and be happy with that. And you know what? I've really enjoyed my time here today in my garden with just a few little birds happening. Not a lot. Thank you so much for your time. And for those of you who have pre-ordered my books or who have bought my books or whatever, thank you. I so appreciate it. And also to Corrine, thank you, lovely lady. And to Kathleen Sunby, she also did a preview of my book. Corrine sent me the link, and I will put it in the link as well, although I'm sure you all follow them too, so maybe I don't need to do that, but I'm rambling. And with that, I'm going to love and leave you. Here come the cockatoos. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.